Remember to involve the users from the start. This is key to getting buy-in across your organization. ERP is a business initiative. It is not about the technology. So you want to make sure that your selection process considers input from those who know the business best. And like I said, it's a lot of time up front, but if you make sure that you include those end users, those subject matter experts from the beginning as part of the definition process of the requirements in your future state processes, then you're going to have better luck at getting them to buy into the system overall. You can achieve results and buy-in by setting expectations that employee involvement is critical to the success. Again, having that executive management pushing that their input is important to the overall process, and that they're also pushing and allowing the time for these individuals to participate in the process so that they can provide their input. If employees are not brought in, they won't use the software. That's a fact. And if they don't use the software, then you will not achieve the benefits you set out to realize as part of your ERP implementation. Number 8, over-communicate. We hear this, communicate, communicate, communicate. People don't hear things the first, second, or third time. We found that research says you have to repeat something at least 8 times for people to start to process it. So make sure that you're over-communicating your messages about the ERP implementation. ERP affects the entire organization. It's not just a leadership and IT department project. It does involve everybody, all the end users, all the subject matter experts. So make sure that you're communicating to everyone why the ERP project is happening, what does it mean for them, and then continue to update them on progress so that they see the process happening. Show commitment to the project team from the top. Executive buy-in, again, is really important. If the executives are not bought in, then it's likely that the rest of the organization will not follow. So if the executives are shouting from the top how important this ERP project is, you're going to get the rest of the organization excited and bought into it. Start to set expectations and explain reasoning, even if it's not set in stone. Again, it's okay if direction changes, but they want to understand, or you can start to set the expectation up front about timeline and cost, how much time it's going to take to implement this project, and what the cost is going to look like. The cost, especially to your leadership and executive team, but the timeline to the rest of the organization, a lot of people don't realize what it means to put an ERP in. So making sure that they understand that this could potentially be a 12 to 18-month project is important, so that people don't think that when it doesn't get implemented in 3 to 6 months that it's lost momentum, and then they become they get despaired and they feel that the project isn't going to happen. Prepare employees for the change. Do an assessment up front to understand how ready are employees for this business initiative, and make sure that you're communicating and involving them as part of the process. Again, involve them in all the workshops, involve them in the demonstration process so they have that input in how well they feel the system demonstrated against their requirements. And reassure employees that they will be supported throughout the process by being able to, by giving them the time to participate, by telling them that their positions will be backfilled so that they can participate. And let them know that they'll be supported by setting up the right amount of training for them and the right amount of testing of the system so that they can really see that the system is truly going to benefit them and how it's going to benefit them.